Hello all and welcome to our project FIFA 2019 analysis. So now this is an exploratory data analysis project and will guide you towards the proper method and the methodologies used in an EDA project or EDA part. So now during the course of this project we will learn each and everything about the proper strategy to follow in an exploratory data analysis project. We will explore the FIFA 2019 game dataset available publicly and will find insights from it. So now, so now what is FIFA 19? So now as you all have heard the game FIFA 19, you all are familiar and it has been among the students of our age to play FIFA 19. But again, if you some of you have not heard, some of you are not game freaks, I'll tell you that FIFA 19 is a football simulation video game developed by EA Vancouver. That is a company, Electronic Arts company, and is released by Electronic Arts. As you know, Electronic Arts is a very famous company which is responsible for making several games like the racing games and all of these things. So now this mainly comes in PS3, PS4, Xbox consoles, all the different consoles. And there are several installments of the game, including the FIFA 2018 and FIFA 21. These are the several versions of it, as you say. So this is a basic game. So you might be finding out that what is this the connection with this with our project. So basically the data set which we are having is provided by FIFA 19 only, which basically contains all the information about their players and each players and their match and their each and every settings. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be finding out we'll be finding out or seeing that okay, we have a raw data set in which we know nothing about. We have to explore that data set. So that is our main goal. That's why I have chosen this data set, because this data set may be new for many of the people because you don't actually see this kind of data sets. Okay, so now we are using this data set, that's why. So now moving on, what we'll be doing, so we'll be performing exploratory data analysis on the FIFA 2019 data set, answering some of the following questions. So this is a certain number of questions, or the basically the example questions, like who are the eldest and youngest players, who are the best players, which country club has the best players, most costliest players. So these are the most common or the most eagering questions that you may have in mind, or basically these are the questions when you kind of see the data set. Okay, you kind of see the data set. So now basically understanding the problem statement, this is a mainstream exploratory data analysis project which aims at exploring the given data set to the fullest. So now this is not limited to this FIFA data set. Okay, so now as we'll be moving on to the through a project, we'll find out that how we are actually proceeding with a with an unknown data set, what are the things to do, and what can be the things you can do with any other data set. You just have to follow a certain methodology and a common mindset and the certain set of questions, so that you can explore any data set. Okay, not just this data set. We'll try to find new techniques using Python libraries to perform ED on a data set, along with different visualization techniques and data analyzing techniques. Okay, so now as you might have get an idea of what we'll be doing, so let us proceed and see the timeline. The very first thing is we'll be doing the importing libraries. That is, I'll be showing you what are the different libraries. Then what we'll be doing, there are the different analysis. Okay, age analysis, team analysis, and player analysis. I have divided the analysis section into three sections so that we'll have no problem in that. Okay, so as we'll move in the project, we'll come to know what are these analysis and what are does these things include, and then you can do things on your own. I have also an assignment set up, or basically exercise after do exercise for you to complete when you have done the whole project. So let's begin. Hello all and welcome to the notebook section of this project, analysis of FIFA 2019. So now in the introduction section we have seen that what the project is, and we have had a little insight about the game FIFA 19. So basically you all are familiar with the game now and the project and the main motive behind this project. As I said, that this project is a mainstream EDA project, that is exploratory data analysis. This will teach you how you can perform data and exploratory data analysis and what are the things to see in a data set. Now we'll be taking the example of a FIFA dataset, FIFA 2019 dataset, which is available by Electronics Arts Vancouver. This dataset is given by EA, and it is a free dataset which is available. You can download it in the through Kaggle. It is available to you. I'll be providing you this dataset along. If you want to know the source, it is downloaded from Kaggle. So now we'll perform a complete exploratory data analysis of the FIFA 2019. We'll be observing the best players, best teams. We'll make our best teams to try to access players on the basis of their ratings. So now the very first thing which comes in our mind in a EDA project is libraries. What are the libraries? So the very first thing what we'll do is we'll import different libraries. Okay, we'll import different libraries, and the libraries which we'll be using are NumPy, Pandas, the basic library which you have used. NumPy is basically used for computational purposes, and Pandas is used for analysis. I'll be writing it so that you don't get confused. Matplotlib is basically for visualization. Visualization. Plotti is and Plotty, Graph and Seaborn. These are also the same thing and goes for advanced visualize visualization. Okay, and import OS is basically will be not be using it, but I have imported. Basically import OS is whenever you want to find a path in a particular pertain thing. Okay, import OS, what will do, it will just give you the path. It will help you in reading that application, or it will help you to find that path. Okay, and import warnings, that means if you have certain warnings, so it will show you in that notebook. So now also let us have a look at a data set. So this is a data set. I have seen it with the name df1. Okay, and the data set I'll be providing you. So now let's see what are the different things in it. Okay, so now unnamed, ID, name, age, photo, nationality, flag, overall, many different things. Okay, potential, what is the club, what is the club logo, what is the value of that club, what is the weight, special, and all of the different things. And these are the different things like the body type, real face. But this is the player. Okay, this is the player. Okay, this is the player data. That is the player data, name, age. All of these things are for the player. Basically, this data set belongs to the players. All the different players available, this is for them. Okay, it has their nationality, photo, club, which are the clubs, and then this is basically the capabilities expressed in number. So you, if you have played the FIFA game, when you click to a certain player, it explains their ability, right? So this is the same ability which is there, okay, in the number of points. Okay, short passing, volleys, dribbling, curve, all of these things we'll be exploring these also. And so these are the certain abilities which are present. Okay, and the release cause, that is the main release cause, how, at what amount the that player is valuable. Okay, so now this is that one, and all of the different things. As you see, there are many number of columns and many number of important information which we have to deal with. So let's proceed. In the next section where we'll be exploring the data set to the fullest. Hello all, and welcome to the next section of our project. So now in the previous section we have seen that what are the different libraries used in our project, and we have also seen the data set. We have seen that we will be using NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, plus Seaborn and other libraries, and the data set for our data set we have is this. Okay, data set we have is this. So now this has the several number of data sets which has 89 columns. Okay, 89 columns. Okay, so now as you can see here, there are only few number of columns displayed. Now if you want to see the whole number of columns, what you can do, you can simply write pd.set option display.max column. If I just do this, so what it will happen, it will just give me all the different columns. Okay, now as you can see, it is giving me all the different columns which are present. Okay, all the different columns are there. So moving on, let us have a quick visualization of the different continuous variables in the form of a histogram. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just do a certain kind of distribution. So as you can see, this is the warning, because I have imported warning, that's why it is showing this. So now these are the different histogrammic distributions, basically all the different categorical, all the different continuous variables which are distributed. These are their histogrammic or numeric distribution. Like the age is distributed maximum between 20 to 30. As you know, basketball is a young man game, so that is why the age is literally bit, and no one is above 40. Okay, and no one is above 40. The age starts from around 16 to 17. Then the majority is under the 20 to 30 rules, and then the less are the greatest players which are still playing are under a little by 40. So now the overall is like the rating for them. The overall rating is between 60 to 80. As you know, majority of the players are average. As you can see, all of the players are same, because football is a common sport. So majority of the rating are around 60 to 80. But some of the greatest player like Ronaldo, Messi, Dybala, these are having a great rating higher than the usual. Then all of the other things, potential, special, weak foot, skill moves, all the things which are there, now we'll be seeing them again in the second note, but this was a certain look on how they are distributed. Okay, so now moving on, I have already told you this is used to basically display the this is basically used to display all of the things, or basically to display the maximum columns. Now we have seen, now I have created a list which will tell us the different important features. So now there are certain features, if you'll see, i'll just write here I'll just write here the head. Now if yet there are certain features like the photo, and the flag photo, and the club logo, and the wage, and certain the body type, and the real face, and these and jersey number. These are certain parameters which we don't want. So I have removed these parameters and listed certain number of the max increasing, or the certain number of parameters which are very useful, like the abilities of the player, the name, age, for a flag, nationality, all of these things. Okay, so I have written them and stored them under important features. Then I'm telling that, okay, create a data frame with only those features. Okay, I don't want rest of the features. So I have created my df. So now let's see our data frame once again. So this is our data frame. Okay, there are around 18,207 players, right, and 41 columns, because we have selected 41 different features. So now the very first analysis will be our age analysis. So let me write here, the analysis will be age analysis. Age analysis. Okay, age analysis. So now the age analysis, now in this we'll be seeing that, okay, how is the age affecting with different features. Okay, if there are certain features, and according to age, what is their correlation. So I'll just say that, okay, plot a figure, and then firstly we have seen what are the different ages. So I have already told you in the histogram previously that the maximum number of people lie between 20 to 30. Okay, because that is the ideal age for playing football. So now what I'm saying, I'm just taking majority of important features like stamina, strength, acceleration, then I'm just plotting a regression plot. Then I'm seeing that, okay, how these variables are dependent on age. Okay, so now let's see. It may take some time because there are certain number of floods. So okay, so now, and now on the basis of stamina, as you can see, as the age increases, the stamina is going down. Okay, that's now, but it is not usually. Oh, sorry. As the age, there's a little upward line. Now, why is this? Because as you can see, majority of the players are between 20 to 35. So that is a very young age of the player. So as the player increase in age, the stamina will increase, because the player increases itself. The player actually matures. Now, as we that we don't have the players greater than around 35. So as you can see, greater than 35, the stamina is decreasing. Okay, the stamina is decreasing, but the age between 20 to 30, it is approximately same, a little upward line. So that is a very common trend which is seen. So now moving on with the acceleration. Now moving on with this is the stamina. It's the same goes for strength also. It is increasing because as the age person matures at a young age, it is the capability will increase. So now that is why it is increasing. So now moving on. Moving on to the another thing. Let us go to the acceleration part. uh, the acceleration is, as you know, it is very dependent on the running capability. Okay, the running capability. Now as the age increases, acceleration decreases. Very conceptual. The sprint speed is also the same as acceleration. The running speed and agility as approximately the same because it doesn't change with the correct age group. Okay, we have the age group. The jumping is also the same. As you can see, the person is at a young age, at the 16 17, his height may be small, but as it grows to 20 to 25, the height will increase, though the jumping power has also increased. Vision is also has not much correlation. Reactions, now the reactions comes with the basically the maturity of the age, or the basically the experience. As the player as increases, his reactions also increase as he knows how to react to a particular situation. So now this was a particular correlation with the age. Okay, so now let us see that the how age is affecting the overall rating. Okay, I'll just plot a regression plot with respect to the overall rating because I have a column called overall rating. I'll just plot a regression plot. So now as you can see, as the age increases, the overall rating also increases, but to a certain level. Okay, to a certain level, like as you can see there around 31 to 33. After that the rating is getting decreased. After that the rating is getting decreased. So because as the till the age of 30 to 35, as you can see, the players like Ronaldo and Messi, they are very good. They have a highest overall rating, but they again they'll retire. As you can see, the players which are, as you can see, there's one player called there are certain players which are greater than 40, they have a low rating because they are certainly weaker than the young players. So that is basically natural. Okay, this is how the age is related. So now we have certain more age parameters that we'll be seeing in the next section. Hello all and welcome to the next section of this project. So now in the previous section we have seen a little bit analysis for the age, like that how different parameters are dependent on age and how our age was distributed. We found out that around 20 to 30 is the main age group where the players lied, because that was an ideal age group, or we concluded that 20 to 30 years of age is the ideal age for playing football. So now in the next, then we found out that these are the different correlations, like the different abilities are related to age. Like if the age increases, if whether they would be decreasing or increasing, then we would have the overall ratings. Like if the we found out that the age increases at like moving from 20 to 30 years of age, the rating increase, then eventually drop, because as the player would get older, their abilities would get decrease eventually, except for some of the exceptions. Always we have like Ronaldo and Messi. So now let us see what are the different oldest and youngest players. Okay, we have seen that there are that age increases and decreases, but who are these players? Okay, let us see the oldest of the players. Now what we'll do, we'll just sort our values and we'll find out their name, club, nationality, overall rating, and their age. And we'll just say that give me the top five. We are saying head five. What it will display the top five. And as you can see, the oldest player is Perez, then the Pilkington, Warner, Nazaski, and what is their age? As you can see, 45, 45, 44, 44, 42, 41, and the rating is only one of their rating is the highest, Perez. And as you know, if you're watching football, Perez is a very popular player. He's from Mexico. Overall rating is 71, which is not bad. Then the rest, Pilkington, Warner, and Narazaki and Munoz have a little less rating. Munoz has a little good rating from Argentina, as it is often seen that most of the good players are from Argentina. That also we'll see later. And let's find out the youngest player. Okay, the youngest players are like the Nugget, Olsat, Iliano, Eviva, Misenengo. I bet that you haven't heard the name of these players because these are only of the age 16 and these are entry level players. Okay, entry level players. That's why their rating is also very not that good, around in the range of 40 to 50. They'll again get mature and then they'll see. Now, if you want to see the main players, now I bet that these players will be in between around to around, say let us see that we'll just display first 50 records. Okay, so now the age is increasing. Okay, the age is increasing and we just have the 50 till only. Okay, this is a very huge data set, let's say 500. Okay, so now 500, then the age is around 18 only. The age is around 18 only. And then the range is 18, let's say, and do this 5,000. Then we'll say it. Okay, so now the age is 22 and around 60. As you can see, as the rating increased, as the age increased, the rating also increased a little. Okay, so now it's time to see you the most famous players. Okay, the famous players which are having what is the average age of their players. So what I have taken some major clubs like Juventus, Liverpool, Ajax, Man City, Man United, FC Porto, Spain, Germain, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. These are the most popular clubs which are present in FIFA, and I am creating a data frame which is saying that okay, take the club names and the age for them. The club is involved. That means if the club is in this list, take that club with the age. And I am just plotting a violin plot to see the age distribution in those clubs. So now as you can see, the most of the clubs are having the age distribution between 20 to 30. This is the average line, the median 25th percentile and the 50. This is a bar graph, okay, the wire graph and the violin plot. So as you can see, most of the players are having young players. Okay, none of these top leagues are having the players greater than 30. Okay, so that is the reason for their success. They don't have older players. Okay, of course, exceptions is there. As you know, Juventus, we have Ronaldo, and Ronaldo is above 30. So that is why. So that is the same. Okay, so now moving on to see the distribution. So first, let us see how many distributions or what are the top distributions. Okay, what are the nationality countries from which the players are. So these are the top countries: England, Germany, Spain, Argentina, France, Brazil, Italy, Colombia, Japan, and Netherlands. Now these are the top nations from where the player belongs. So we'll be seeing the age distribution in these only. So now as you can see, the age distribution is also the same as expected. The most of the players, as now that these have a large number of players, that's why the age distribution is much more, like they have much older players also, because we are getting the players on the basis of nationality, not on the basis of their performance. But again, the average is between 25 to 30. So now okay, so this is done. Now let us see that what is the basically the total number of players, countries based on maximum number of footballers. This is basically the same thing. I have just plotted or visualized it. So as you can see, England has the maximum number of players. England, Germany. Now if I'll just write here ascending is equals to false, ascending, ascending is equals to false. Okay, it is not taking, has no property ascending, so I guess it can't be written here. Okay, so let's see that. Let's see, you can get it here only. The first is Argentina, then is Germany, then is Spain. Like the England has the most number of players, right? Like followed by Germany, Spain, Argentina, and Brazil and France. These are the top countries. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six countries contributes the majority of the football players. So now this was the complete analysis on the basis of age. Like we discussed what are the different possible analysis which could be done on the basis of age. So now in the next section we'll be seeing the players. Okay, what are the top players and how are they rated. So let's move to the next section. Hello all and welcome to the next section of the project. So now I hope this project is getting interesting because we are really getting into the data set. Because in the previous section what we have seen, the all the possible outcomes through which age we can quality or we can get the information. We have seen that what is the ideal number of age and what is the age distribution of the different clubs, different nationalities, and how many players, who are the youngest player, who are the oldest player. Now we'll see who are the best players. Okay, the who are we'll see who are the best players. So now what for that we'll say that okay, create a data frame with sorting values according to the overall score. Okay, and I'm getting the top 20. So these are the top 20. Now as you can see these, I am sure that you have heard all of these names. The first is Lionel Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, De Gea, De Bruyne, Hazard, Modric, Suarez, Sergio Ramos. So now as you can see these are all the top players and the rating is above 90. Okay, it is tremendous. The rating is above 90 and all everything is above 90. Okay, and the age is also, as you can see, lie between 25 to 30. Only the Ronaldo, Messi, these are the senior players, and the senior most player in this is approximately the 33 years of age. That is Cristiano Ronaldo only. He is the youngest of the player. Okay, he is the youngest of the player. Oh, sorry, eldest of the player. Then followed by Sergio Ramos and Messi. All of these players. Okay. So now do you have the players? We'll just plot a bar graph based on this only. We'll just plot a bar graph. So overall rating, as you can see, I've plotted on the basis of overall rating, and as you can see the difference. Okay, as you can see the difference, and when you'll see that the rating is around 94, it is approximately the same. The two greatest player, the goat of the football of all time, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. They have the rating of around 94. To be exact, they have rating equal of 94. Only just because the long passing of Messi is greater, that's why it is over Ronaldo. They have the equal rating. Okay, they have the equal rating, followed by Neymar, and you can see the drop. You can see the drop, and the rating is actually dropped to 92. Then the rating is dropped to 91. The rating is dropped to 90. All of these are the same, and the least rating is around 89. Okay, so these are the major players which have the rating from 94 to 89. Okay, so now let us see that which of the clubs are having the best players. So for that I'm saying that for club in df club.unique, that's why all the different clubs, unique clubs, I'll say give give the total overall rating. That means that club has all the players and give me the sum of the ratings. So the club which is be having the highest sum of ratings will be the greatest club. So that is why how I'm saying I'm sorting the values on the based of that only. I'm saying okay, they select that the sum, give them to overall rating, then I'll just create a data frame from it. Ascending is equals to false. I'll just see it. So as you can see, the greatest club is Real Madrid, then Barcelona, Manchester United, Chelsea, Man City, and all of these things. Okay, so now I'll just plot a bar graph for that. Just plot a bar graph. So now as you can see, the greatest club is Real Madrid, then Barcelona, then Man City, then Chelsea. So now you might have noticed the person, the Ronaldo, which is having the greatest the greatest person. Okay, so the Juventus is his club, but it is not present anywhere here. It is not present anywhere here. So we can, because the rest of the people are not that good. Okay, the rest of the people are not that good. As you can see now, the Real Madrid and Messi. The Messi belongs to FC Barcelona. So let's see where FC Barcelona belongs. The FC Barcelona belongs to the second number only because it has the highest. But the overall, seeing the number of players, the greatest number of players are with Real Madrid. So that is why it is having the best. It is termed as the best team or best club. So now we'll be doing the same with the nationality. Okay, which country has the maximum number of good players? It is the same. The same code I have written. I just replaced club with nationality. Let us see those clubs. The top five countries are, sorry, the countries, the top five countries are England, Germany, Spain, Argentina, and France. So now we have seen earlier that now let us just plot this. We have seen earlier that the highest number of people were also present from England only. If you'll just see and go above, we'll just see England has the highest, followed by Germany, then Spain, then France. So now it should be the same here also. followed the highest is in England, Germany, Spain, Argentina, and France. These are the top five countries which had the maximum number of players. That is why they are also having the maximum number of highest rating players. It is obvious because the more number of players, the more rating they will have. So obviously the rating will go high based on that. Okay, but so this would we should not say that okay these countries are having the best players. This is because they are having the highest number of ratings. But on the basis of club, we can say that okay this is having the highest number of players because there are almost equal number of players in a club along the rest on with the neighboring countries. Okay, so now this was a evaluation on the basis of the players, that how many countries and clubs are having the maximum number of or the best players. So now in the last section we'll be evaluating certain number of parameters for the our players and seeing that okay what performs and what parameters are the best. Hello all and welcome to the final section of this project. In this notebook section, we'll be seeing the basic abilities which are required in a player to have the best. So now in the previous section to have an intro, we have seen the age analysis, like how the age variable or factor is dependent. We have also seen what are the top players and which countries and clubs have the best players and maximum number of players. So now let us see what are the abilities. So now I have listed some of the abilities. Again, I have taken them from a literature because I also don't know what are the best abilities, but these are all the abilities present in a certain parameter or in a certain player. So these are the parameters which are seen, like crossing, finishing, heading accuracy. Now, but if the most common abilities are short power, long pass, and vision. So we'll be observing player on the basis of these. So now let us see that which are the players having the highest number of short power. Okay, we'll see the top five players. So now, as you can see, the first is Ronaldo, then we have Hulk, then we have Gorin, Podolski, and Bailey. So okay, the rating is all the shot power is around to around 95 and 94. I'll just add here overall also so that we can get an idea how this is contributing. So now the overall rating is around 94. We know of Ronaldo, then we have Hulk 81 along with these. So as you can see, these the Gorin, Podolski, and Hulk, these may have a low rating, but they have highest power or short power. So they have certain amount of area which they are in expertise in. Now the same with the long pass. We'll just see with the long pass. So we have the Cruz, then De Bruyne, then Pogba, so the Fabregas. Now these are again some hard names. We are now. I'll just add overall here also, so that we're able to see what is their overall rating. So now, as you can see, the overall rating is also good for these players. Now let us see the final for vision. I'll just add overall here also, so that we'll be able to make a comparison. So now the best vision is having the Messi, then De Bruyne, then Iniesta, David Silva, then Modric. So now as you can see, these are having the highest overall rating also. So now as you can see that along with these, it is not necessary the person which is having the highest shot power is having a good rating, but it is possible that the person which is having a good vision is having a good rating or highest rating also, because of course vision is related to all of the things. Because if you had a good vision, then you can obviously create all of these things, followed by long pass, then the short power. So these are the best parameters which we are having. So now what we'll be doing, we'll be just creating the best on the basis of positions. Okay, first let us see that what are the different positions present. I'll just say df positions dot value counts. It is saying position is not accepted. Oh, it is position, not positions. So as you can see, there are these certain number of positions in which the majority or the most important are these, let's say top 10. Okay, we'll say 3 4 top 10 positions. Okay, now what we'll be doing, we'll be seeing for this position what is the best possibility, best skills you can have. So how we'll do that, we'll just say for position name and features, I'll just group by the position on the basis of their abilities. Like we have a certain column with abilities. So we'll just do that, and we'll just say, okay, give me those position which is having the highest number. So I'll just do that. I'll just convert them into dictionary. I'll just get that position, or the I'll just get that abilities for that position. So as you can see, for cam, the cam is certain here. Cam, for these are the best position the one should have. For CB, these are the best. For CDM, these are the best. So now we have a certain idea of how we can do all of these things. Okay, so now what we have done all the analysis. The last thing which we have to do is you have can build your own team. So this is, I am giving an assignment or kind of practice for you. You have seen all the different parameters, and you have seen what are the top players, which countries are having, and so you can build your own team. So this will be a very fun task to do, and you'll get to know more things, and you can do more analysis on your own, so that to occupy more information, so you'll get to know a lot. So I'll be giving you this as assignment. I'll be providing you this notebook for you, that you can have some reference and the data as well. So have fun and do many things with it. Thank you.